Fisheries managers routinely collect age data to estimate growth, mortality, and recruitment. Unfortunately, erroneous age data can distort these estimates and hinder one's ability to effectively manage fish populations. The purpose of this video is to train individuals to be consistent in applying validated age estimation techniques. For largemouth bass, we will demonstrate how to remove and process otoliths and illustrate how to interpret annuli. First, we will demonstrate how to remove otoliths from largemouth bass. Several techniques exist. Personal preference and size of the fish will determine which technique to use. In this video, we will demonstrate how to remove the otoliths by removing the bottom of the otolith capsule. For this procedure, you will need a few basic tools, including a pair of forceps, a heavy-duty wire cutter, and a knife. To begin, you will need to clip the isthmus with the wire cutters. Once the isthmus is fully cut, you will need a knife to remove the skin and gills from the otolith capsule. Use the knife to scrape the skin and gills from the otolith capsule. With the wire cutter, clip the posterior end of the capsule. Once the capsule is cut, apply pressure to the fish's head to break it open. If the capsule is not entirely broken, use the wire cutters to pry it open. The otolith should be visible and can easily be removed using a pair of forceps. To process largemouth bass otoliths, you will need a pair of forceps, 400 and 600 grit wet dry sandpaper, and water. After the otolith is dried, break it in half perpendicular to its longest axis. This can be accomplished by placing your thumbnail at the nucleus and applying pressure. Either half should then be sanded using wet 400 grit sandpaper. the otolith should be sanded until the broken surface is smooth. This step is then repeated using wet 600 grit sandpaper to achieve a polished surface. After the broken surface has been polished, the otolith should be examined. If the otolith is properly prepared, the nucleus should be clearly visible and the surface should be smooth. To view prepared largemouth bass otoliths, mount the otolith in clay so the polished surface is upright. Add enough water to cover the surface of the otolith and use a 1 mm diameter single-strand fiber optic filament to illuminate the otolith from the side. It is usually best to position the light at several angles. This includes transmitting the light through the otolith and reflecting the light across the sanded surface. To help you interpret annuli, the following are video clips of otoliths from known age largemouth bass. This is a prepared otolith from an age 0 largemouth bass. Note the location of the nucleus. Some readers may mistake the edge of the nucleus as the first annulus, thus systematically overestimating age. Practice with known age reference structures is the best way to become familiar with identifying the nucleus and avoiding this problem. This is a prepared otolith from an age 3 largemouth bass. Again, note the location of the nucleus. Beyond it, you will see 3 annuli. Note the difference in appearance of the first annulus. In largemouth bass, it is typically wider and less defined than other annuli. Inexperienced readers may mistake the first annulus as the edge of the nucleus in some otoliths, thus systematically underestimating age. Again, practice with known age reference structures is the best way to avoid this problem. This is a prepared otolith from an age 14 largemouth bass. Note the location of the nucleus and the 14 annuli. In some older fish, annuli near the edge may not be visible along all axes. Therefore, it is best to count the annuli along several axes. The count yielding the greatest number of annuli should be recorded as the fish's age. By demonstrating how to remove and process otoliths as well as how to interpret annuli. To become proficient with these techniques, you will need to practice each of the steps we have demonstrated. We encourage you to compare your age estimates with others and to test your abilities using known age fish whenever possible. For more information on the techniques demonstrated in this video, see the following references. This video was developed by the Fish Age Committee of the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department's Inland Fisheries Division and was produced by the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department's Communications Division.